Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Number one, folks, what we're going to do today is look over the S&P chart or the SPY. I want you guys to understand the big levels on the charts because let's be honest, this gap up today was a great gap up, but we're seeing the market fade off those highs, and what we need to do is understand, is that a bullish sign, a bearish sign, a neutral sign? What does it mean? And the way we understand that is simply by looking at the major levels on the charts. All right, so first and foremost, the market gapped up to a new all-time high today. Now, most people would say, well, that's a bullish sign. But what you noticed here, folks, is this line right here represents the former all-time high on the market until today's gap up. So if I zoom out here, guys, take a look. If I zoom out and we go back to right at the end of July, early August, that was the previous all-time high. Look at how on the 10-minute chart today, we gapped above it and we couldn't even close above it. All right, the market could not even hold that level. Okay, now we came down here and sold off right into this blue line, which I'll talk about in a second. We bounced up, we got right back up there again, and then you failed to hold it again. This time you closed above the level. You closed around the 171.04 level on the SPY, which was a new time, all-time closing high on the 10-minute chart. All right, so we closed above there, but it couldn't even hold it after it closed above that level. So again, just using common sense here. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to understand this, but the market is telling you that it's weak, that it's trying to pull back. All right, while the amateurs are trying to force something to the upside, the market and the charts are just telling us it's not there. Very simple, right, guys? Super, super simple. Couldn't close above it on the first candle. Closed above it here midday, and even in light volume, lightest volume of the day, we could not hold it on the 10-minute chart, and now the 10-minute chart is coming down and just below this blue line. Now, this blue line is a huge level. So just like this high here was a major level from back in early August, the all-time high, you have a secondary level that I was watching in a major way. And what I'm going to do here is just zoom out on this chart. All right, the reason why I'm paying attention to this blue line is because it comes back to this trend line. Now, this trend line in the previous correction here that we saw, this little downward move, this was the trend line I was watching for. When we broke it, I knew the markets were going to take a hit, and that's exactly what they did. So the fact that the market gapped above this level initially could have been looked at as a bullish sign. But the markets are hammering on that line and trying to get below. All right, do you guys see how big that line is? So you gapped above this, which would be a recapturing of this strong upward trend line. But the fact that we're trending to the downside below that is a huge negative for the charts. All right, so again, if we zoom in right now, you can see that we're actually trading below that line. Now, this line is going to be a major one based on the close of the day. So at the end of today, on this wonderful Monday, September 16th, 2013, what we're going to watch is to see, do we close above the blue line or below? Now, this is how you're going to set it up, and I'm going to go to the daily chart because I want you guys to be able to see. So here's your gap up today above the pivot high here from August, early August. And look at how it's already failed. Now, you're right on this blue sloping trend line. You're right there, folks. You're right below it, a couple pennies. You're right on it, a couple pennies. This is the next level to watch. Now, I'm going to set you guys up to the end of the day so you know what to look for, and you're going to be able to dictate how to view this market going into tomorrow. All right, very simply. If we close somehow and we reverse today and we close above the high right here, that would be a huge bullish case for the markets. All right, if that happens, huge bullish case. All right, not very likely right now, but it is possible, I suppose. All right, so that's number one. If we close between the green line and the blue line, that is a neutral bias. All right, so again, on this chart, you have the pinkish line and the blue line, so it's the same thing. If you close between these two lines, that's neutral. Remember, above here would be bullish, in here would be neutral, and if you close below the blue line, that is negative. See how simple that is, folks? Amazingly simple to digest and understand. Okay? So that's just all you need to know. All right, now looking at the market and how it's played so far today, you would look at it and say, yeah, I mean, based off the highs up here and this double top, it's weak from that. But notice how they're saving it right now and trying to get it back above that level. So to me, this is your key level, number one to watch, does it hold? And this is your key number two level to watch. does it get above there and close? And this is on a closing basis now. All we care about is where we close on at the end of the day. All right, folks, hope you understand what I'm getting at here. This is how you read charts. This is chart reading 101 in understanding the kind of the strength or the weakness of the market. And this will lead you to be able to profit in the market by analyzing these factors. Very simple to do so, and will give you a bias and understanding of where the market's going to go in the short-term future. Take care, guys. Great job on this video here. Hope you learned something, and let's talk to you all again here at InTheMoneyStocks.com.